Poincaré had a famous paper that was published in an Italian mathematics journal called Ronda-Conti about the dynamics of an electron. And he created the idea of space-time, that if you took all these different reference frames and correlated them with what is called the Lorentz transformation, you would get a space-time group, and that nothing would actually move within this space-time, but the intervals would be absolute. So the universe itself is actually timeless, and nothing moves within the universe, and everything coexists. And it is our consciousness, when it makes measurements of events, which separates time into the time of events and into temporal time and into spaces relative to the speed of light. And Minkowski picked up on that and created and highly developed the special theory of relativity, which Einstein is given credit for, even though he never understood it. This idea that time doesn't really exist goes all the way back to the ancient Greeks. Parmenides and Zeno and the Eleatics said that the universe is eternal, and it is only our process of becoming in consciousness which separates individual times, and perceptions of our senses create the illusion that we are traveling through time. But our bodies themselves are never the same from one moment to the next. So in effect, the universe is a giant block, and our bodies and our consciousness are, every moment that happens is eternal and is simply a part of this space-time manifold, which is eternal and contains within it every instant that we perceive as part of the arrow of time and the flow of time. But in reality, nothing is ever changing, and it is only the construction of our consciousness which creates the illusion that things are changing. The nature of matter passing through time to the Greeks was considered an illusion. We are not the same person and the same stuff moving from one place to another. We are simply a consciousness which exists in different forms and different stuff that correlates through memories and premonitions and sensibilities of the present, all of these things into an image of time passing.
So there's no 1978.
No, it's the opposite. 1978 exists forever, just as this moment that we are talking right now exists forever. Everything is simultaneous.
It's almost like a book with the pages all going on at one time. 1978 is right now, just like 2022 is right now. And it is an illusion that it's a different time, or it is a different time, but I'm just in a different part.
That's it. Just as there are different places, like there are people on the other side of the earth right now. That's the way it is with events in time, but they're all part of the same manifold. And it is simply our consciousness which is a part of that construct, which contains within the structure of our brain the image that we are the same psyche passing through these changing events. But the events aren't changing. We simply exist in different phases of this whole thing. And Minkowski called them world points and world lines, but I think the Greeks had a better understanding of it. And they didn't actually believe that it was the same matter being transported to different positions in space and time and space-time. They believed that it was different matter, but everything coexisted.
So right now, the future is happening as well.
Absolutely, yes. Entire lifespan is not your mind moving through space and time. It is the sum total of all those leaves of that book. And none of them ever passes away or dies. Everything exists forever and has always existed.